Have you ever drawn a knight in armor? It's easier than you think. In this video, I will show you how you can draw a knight in armor from medieval times. Start with the helmet and work your way down. Sketch light and loose. And don't be afraid to use a ruler for the sword. A straight sword looks much better. I am using a 2B pencil for the sketch, and I will shade with 4B, 6B and 8B. The lines you draw in the sketching phase doesn't have to be perfect. These are just guidelines. When you are done and you feel that the proportions look good, then you draw with a darker pencil. This drawing took me about 35 minutes, I think. So it's nothing special. It's just a basic, easy drawing. Just showing you how you can do it, how I like to do it. I always start with the head, work my way down, try to get the proportions right. Usually beginners, they make a typical mistake of either they draw the head too small or too big, and like the shoulders and the length of the arms and legs are all wrong. So what you need to do is to focus on proportions, that everything is cohesive, everything looks good. Basically, your drawing needs to look convincing. So for the legs, I'm trying to get the calves to be a little bit smaller than the thighs. And the helmet is kind of cool because it has holes for the eyes, and it got really small and tiny holes for breathing. I'm still drawing with the 2B pencil, and I'm gonna shade a little bit with it because I feel that 4B might be too dark. So I'm gonna switch to that in a second, but where I feel that the values are a bit lighter, I will use 2B. Usually I really like to use HB. I feel that 2B is a bit too dark for me, but right now I'm trying something else, just trying to see if it fits my style. So you never know before you try, just experiment, try different stuff and see what works for you. So right now I'm using a 4B, and I'm trying to get the shadows and just the equipment really dark. It's all about making, you need one edge to be darker than the other, and you need them to be kind of separated for it to look good. You have hard edges, you have soft edges. We're gonna do some blending in the end with a soft makeup brush that I bought from Temu. So right now I'm just trying to get these holes, trying to make them look good. I'm gonna grab my 8B pencil for the darkest areas, and that's the torso. It's almost completely black, so I'm gonna use some heavy pressure. And that's really not what I usually do. Usually I build up layers after layers because it's easier to get a better drawing. And also, if you press too hard, you get the graphite shine that nobody really likes. But this is just a demonstration, and I just want it to be kind of quick. So I'm filling out the whole torso with 8B, just trying to get it really dark. When I started to draw, it was I never really drew dark enough, and I feel that's a typical beginner mistake. Not pushing the values enough, not really drawing dark enough. They may be drawing with a 2B pencil, and they just kind of say to themselves like, okay, I'm done with this drawing, it looks good. But they really don't believe that. They really think that I could do something, but I don't have the skills to, I don't really know how to do it. And I'm telling you right now, don't be afraid to use a 8B pencil. Don't be afraid to push the values and make it really dark, because it will only help you. And when a drawing has a lot of dark values, it would look a lot better. Like if you have dark shadows, really dark shadows, and really bright highlights that kind of pops out because of all the contrast, it will look so much better than if you just use for example, a 2B pencil, and you don't use any pressure at all, because something has to pop, something has to stand out, and that's the way you do it. If you make it dark enough in the right places, it's gonna look good. So make sure to use some pressure if you want to, but just focus on the values and try to practice like a gradient scale. Just really try to get that into your practice routine. For the armor on the legs, you can see that we got some highlights that we need to kind of shine through. We need them to pop a bit, so I'm trying to make it dark on the edges and the sides. Also, I'm going to do the same thing for the hands and the arms. Just really try to get that shine. This is not a video on only about how to draw a figure. It's also a video on how to shade. So I like to do the whole thing. I try to draw characters and persons from reference. I try to create my own characters, but I don't really enjoy to just draw a gesture drawing, just a random pose. I like to shade. I like to do everything to make it look good and to make it look realistic. And if you want to make a realistic drawing, you really have to focus on your values, the things we talked about with the highlights and shadows. And also, if you draw in a circular motion, it's gonna create a very realistic texture. It's not something that I'm doing on this drawing, but maybe next time I will do it. Right now I am blending with a makeup brush. It's really soft and also a bit hard, like a puffy kind of hard, and it looks really good when you blend it. Also, I'm going to do some hatching in the end, I think, just to get a nice texture. Not gonna do anything with the circular motion, but like I said, it creates a very nice effect, and you should absolutely try it if you like to draw realistically. So you can see that if you look at the whole figure, the whole drawing, it's got some nice proportions with the arms, the legs, and it looks very nice in the height, the total, and the sword. We used a ruler for that one. If you are not very good at drawing straight lines, I would advise you to use a ruler until you learn how to draw straight lines, because the sword just looks a lot better with the whole blade. So we are about to finish this drawing. I'm just adding some icing on the cake. I'm pretty happy with it, and this is how you can draw a knight in armor. This is how you can draw a figure with a sword. It's just the way I do it, and I hope this video helped you too, so you can go practice and learn, and hopefully subscribe and come back to see my other videos. Well, I'll see you next time.